Hello, everybody. Let's get started.
Fun fact, in the Bible, the demons, they refer to themselves as we, they, them, and us. Pretty ironic, huh?
Why men pray till they gotta be great? I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100%.
Okay, so that's a little preview of what we're getting into today. Okay, so we can analyze that literally is what was brought up. We will come back to that shortly. But let me explain what's going on here. So this woman who created this video about me made the judgment call that I am a bad advocate for men, or that I'm not an advocate for men's mental health. First off, I'd like to point out that she is, in fact, not a man. Step one. Okay. Second of all, me and her dated very briefly, and I have a response to all of what's going on, but we'll save my response for the end. Let's collect all the data. Let's pay attention to everything that's going on, everything that's been said, everything that's going that none of you really know much about, and I will let you make the judgment call. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story that happened between me and this, who at the time I thought was a really good person, who I thought was a valuable asset to the men's mental health organization that she made herself out to be. She agreed that false accusations was wrong. She agreed that we should stand up to those who make false allegations. She she knew all that I experienced with the loss of my wife, the loss of my son, and she seemed to be very empathetic of what I experienced and what I went through. So at the time, I considered her to be what I thought was a good woman with moral values, and had somewhat of what I thought at the time was a good heart on her. But what I've come to see is that's not the case. That what I'm getting, and what you're about to see and all the things that we're going to present, is that when things don't go her way, she paints herself out to be a good moral fighter, but loves painting the picture that everybody else is that doesn't follow her narrative or support her mental disorder that she claims to have, that they're somehow a bad, terrible person. Okay? Now, to give you a little rundown, we had a brief relationship. I was trucking and I was driving through Pennsylvania, and I'm not going to dox her like she wants to dox me. Her and all her hateful followers have given my address out live on TikTok in the comments. They pretty much exposed everything about me, done a full rundown trying to expose every dirty trait they can find. And the only thing they found is that my wife passed away. My wife filed divorce before she passed away. That divorce never finalized, and I had some tickets in my past. Well, boo, motherfucking who. Everybody on the planet has gotten a ticket. Maybe not everybody, but most people that have made some mistakes in their life have gotten a ticket here. Okay? Now, so let's get into everything. Let's look at what her brother has said to me, all the threats that were made to me, and I ain't afraid of her brother. Her brother could eat up. You know, I'm just gonna not say much. The dude thinks he's tough. If he's so tough, he'd make a move. Ain't nobody afraid of nobody here. But anyway, we'll expose everything that's going on, and I'm not gonna tell y'all what to think. I'm gonna let you decide for yourself with all the picture that you're about to see. But what my prediction of what's going on is that because I dumped her and broke up with her during an event that I was very uncomfortable with, she has since made it her duty in her delusional mind to come after me. Now, I have a long response to everything you're about to see, but again, I'm saving my long response to all the threats and all the things being made against me for the end. But once again, we had a situation go down. But before we had this situation go down, she gave me a list of 5 things that I can do to help get her out of her little PTSD event. Who later on, after all these years, is making the narrative that she had a seizure, which everyone knows she didn't have a seizure, but I'll digress. But during the live, her and her fans and friends made it out to be that I abandoned her in her time of need, and I wasn't empathetic, and I'm a bad moral character person because I wasn't comfortable in the situation I was put in. But she said, I don't remember what the 5 things were, but one of the things she said I could do to help get her out of her little PTSD thing, whatever you call it, is to put some music to her ear. And she said that will help her out of it. She even admitted in the live, which you're about to see, it's going to be kind of long, but why don't you stick around for the entirety of all the evidence? Because you can make the narrative now and just realize that she is stalking me, going after my friends, and making accusations that I abandoned her, or which that's exactly what's going on. Or you can watch the entirety from beginning to end and watch all the evidence unravel of what really went down and what's going on today. Okay? Let's do that. Okay? Put this on a little light. Okay. So we will start with the video you were watching a second ago. We'll watch the entirety. Now, for a little context, her friend Cosmic, who happens to be my arch enemy here on TikTok, her name is Cosmic, who loves to make false allegations about everyone. It's a pretty evil team up to for them to come together is like the Joker and Bane teaming up together, and neither one of them are strong. Both of them are weak minded and weak intellectually, but I'm just saying these two are evil. They claim to have good intentions, but they're evil, and I'm not choosing those two as if one of them is strong, but in the ways of being evil and disrespectful and making shit up, these two are a duo of evil. But during a live, which you're about to see, after I show you the video, no, I'll save the video for when the time comes for that to be important. During a live, she made the claim that you better call me us. You better call us we. You better call us us. If you don't, you're being misogynistic and making fun of a mental health disorder. Okay. Now we'll lay down what the data says about that, because DID, or originally multi-personality disorder, doesn't technically have a memory or acknowledgement or ownership of the other personality at the same time. You can't claim we or us and be one or the other. You're either one or you're the other. You're not both at the same time. That is literally not how that works. But where should we begin? Let me check. Let's start with the long lie where I gotta find it. Okay, not that one. I have some windows here available. Let's look at this one. That's not it. Not that one. Okay, we'll just show the entire screen so that we can do this. All right, so let me find the window because I couldn't find it on there. Let's see, it would be probably this one. Let's go to my live center. Okay. Go to live center. It's a beautiful woman. But I'll digress. Okay, so I gotta remember which one it was. Could have sworn I had it ready, but that's neither here nor there. I believe it's this.
Or stop riding the fence. So
Yeah.
by all Grandpa is Native American. I never claimed I was Native American, did I? Did I say I was Native American? No. I said my grandma.
Oh, I know. I couldn't see it. We'll close this one. Okay.
Nice try.
Either from Chuck.
Hey, everybody, we were. Let's see if I can go check my blog. Why?
Me M.
What?
I was born in 1976 and ended up born basically back in the 1800. Can I build my saying? Boy, am I.
Can survive.
Need to join the live because
Okay.
this is insane. I'm okay. Here we go.
All right. So I found it. So trying to minimize all the other stuff. I want to, so I can see it. Let me pull up my YouTube on this laptop. Okay. Want to make sure when I go full screen that we are seeing. Mute it. It's muted. All right, let's go full screen on this. Okay. Let's see what happens. Go full screen. Chicken. All right, so we are full screen. I want to make sure I can hear myself. Check. All right, so we are full screen. Yep, we're good. All right, mute. Okay, so we'll make sure we can hear. All right, so we are full screen. Yep, we're good. All right, mute. Okay, so we'll make sure we can hear.
All right, everybody, follow along. Predictive mentality.
So make sure we
Let's hear.
all right, everybody. Follow along. All right. What, is the echo still going on? I want to turn this mic off. Mute. Still going on. I want to turn this mic off. Mute.
You're the one who mentioned our name. We got a message from somebody in the MRA. Can we help?
Who is we?
You're the one who mentioned our name. Me. We got a message from somebody in the
Yeah,
MRA.
but
I have. We. We got a message.
I think I know what the problem is. How about now? How about now? Does that fix it? How about now? Does that fix it? How about now? Where did it go?
Honey,
You're a liar. Put it on
hold
the big screen.
on. I told you I would show it.
Then do
We're
it.
okay. We are. I
This is
don't
so
care.
damn- You're a liar. Put it on the big screen.
I don't want to be involved
Then
in
do it.
guys like your follower.
What is going on?
We haven't.
When did I say that? When did I say that?
When we called you, you
E.
The
I
actual
don't know
term
what they're talking about.
is multiple personality disorder.
Yeah, I don't play that game.
It's not a game.
It's not a game. It's
It is a game.
It's not a
No,
game. It's not self-diagnosis.
Yeah, I don't play that game.
It's not a game.
It is a game. Starting the fence. So yeah, by all technicalities, White Tiger was right. And you was talking shit on me to you. I don't play that fool. You pick a side and you stick to it. Stop writing it.
I'm gonna send you a screenshot because there's nobody
I don't know.
in my DMs really, but keep it real, which he hasn't been.
Yeah, you don't have to prove yourself to me. You don't have to prove yourself to me.
I gotta figure out why.
I don't need evidence. She loves turning people against me. That's her forte. That's what she enjoys doing. She loves turning people against me. She loves playing these tricks, playing these games. And she thinks that's going to get her somewhere. Well, that's fine. I tell people all the time, if you don't support me, if you don't follow me, leave. I don't need you here. I don't need people to ride the fence. I tell them to pick a side and stick to it. I don't need people to ride the fence. Why is reclaiming always used to not
I
have it?
thought we weren't in.
No, she's not on my list. Oh,
one who mentioned.
using the word we. As if she is two people. What does that even mean?
Okay,
Hey,
I think I
White
figured it out. So here we are. Let me pause this.
We took a shit.
So I think I figured it out. So okay. So I think I figured it out, guys. I just got to turn all the volumes down. None of it can be playing out loud. It'll echo from the mic. I think I got it figured out. So hopefully it's working now. I wish people would let me know if it's working just fine or not. But we're gonna go for it. So what you're about to see is a live TikTok live where Cosmic and Reclaiming teamed up together and came at me saying, wanting to tell me that I abandoned her, that I'm making fun of her, all these things. And the video that they're referring to is the one that you'll see here shortly. Why don't we go ahead and just play that first now? Let's just get that out of the way. I actually screen recorded that so we can play part of it. I think I left the screen recording on longer than I should have. So we'll remove that. Video file. And let's download to the videos. Screen recordings. Play button. Before I hit the play button, during that live that you're about to watch, she kept demanding that I call her we, that I call her they, that I call her us, over and over and over. So I duetted this guy's video of what he said. I thought it was funny, and you'll notice in the duet, all I did was rolled my eyes. I didn't call anybody a demon. They made an assumption that I called them a demon, but I didn't call them a demon. I literally just rolled my eyes and tagged them in it. I said, "Sounds familiar, doesn't it?" And she used it as a opportunity to try to make me look worse or make me look like I was doing something that I really wasn't. She just made this really big assumption that she technically has no evidence of. But it was just, I thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, this is what they're arguing. Hello, everybody. Experience with loss of my wife and loss of my son. Advocate for men, or where is the place? With moral on her. But what now to me, I dumped her. Or you can watch the live. I guess I just did a reaction, but anyways. Did I play it? I guess I did. So we'll just play it. We'll play it when the time comes because you got to see the context as to why I made that video, and then we can play the video. But here, let's play it from this point forward.
Hey, White Tiger. We.
Oh no, this is going too far.
We
Where is
watched
it?
my dog. Okay? Just wanted you to know.
All right.
Here again, copies in the word we.
Either from Chuck.
In the word
Here we go. Here it is.
as if she is two people. What does that even mean? Hey, White Tiger.
Yeah.
We took a shit today. Hey, White Tiger. We, hey, male White Tiger and Alex. We walked my dog through. Okay? Just wanted you to know.
All right.
Okay? Hey, everybody. We were born in 1982. Okay? I just wanted you to know that. That's all.
Not surprising. I never felt like a Highlander or Raiden from Mortal Kombat. So, but there's always a first time for everything.
I'm trying to get to, but long story short, I was just giving her shit because she kept demanding that I call her we, us, them, they, all that thing. But it's funny, throughout the entire course of me knowing her, she never made me call her him, never made me call her us, never made me call her we. This is a new development that she just out of nowhere decided, I'm going to start doing this shit.
I was born in 1976, and in that foreign basically back in the 1800. I'm saying, boy, am I old.
What is this? Hey, you two need to join the live because this is insane. I'm okay. Here we go. All right, everybody, follow along. The victim mentality is going to start. Let's hear it.
You're the one who mentioned our name. We got a message from somebody in the MRA. Can we help?
Who is we?
Me. We.
Yeah, but
We have dissociative identity disorder. You knew that
no.
when we were together.
No.
No. See, that word never popped up. That word never came in. We never had that conversation. She's lying. She's making shit up. And here, I want to read something for you because I did a little research on this whole topic at hand. And let's see. I want to make sure I have the right topic. Let's see. So I did some research on DID in preparation for this video on dissociative identity disorder. And I asked a lot of questions about, I gave my little ChatGPT a good little long script of everything that was said on their end and everything that was said on my end. And I confirmed it through multiple sources, some friends of mine that are in psychology, some friends of mine that are counselors, some friends of mine that are actually teachers that have some actual education behind them, and they've all confirmed what ChatGPT had to say. So, let me find it, Personal disorder. Wait, I actually took a screenshot of it, so. Okay, let's hear it is. Okay. So, here's what I found. It said, if someone is demanding you to refer to them as we and us, okay? If they're demanding you to call them as we or us, that is, hold on, I'll make sure I'm still on live. I'm not still, what's going on here? What's going on? Still live. Main screen. Yeah, I'm still live. What's going on with this thing? Put this off the screen and move forward. Okay, so it says if someone is demanding that you call them, if someone is demanding you refer to them as we or us, that's not consistent with DID patterns, because most DID individuals don't consistently control all alters simultaneously. They don't usually present themselves in conversation as a plural pronoun, being in charge. If someone is forcefully telling you to speak as if all identities are speaking at once, that's often performative or manipulation, not a clinical symptom. And a person with true DID doesn't own all alters at the same time, and they usually don't demand pronouns in a forceful way as a method of control. From what you've described, it sounds more like boundary testing or manipulation, not textbook DID behavior. So, with that being said, let's continue what she had to say in the live. Okay, I'm going to remove that from stage because that's not it. I'm going to go to, oh yeah, I got to add the window. Stop screen. We're going to add a screen, share screen. Maybe we can just put that. Is that the one? Nope, that's not the one. That's the one. Okay. Now, Let's play.
Yes,
No,
you did.
no. I
We
never
have-
referred to you as
We have our
We.
I'm never going to call you. Never going to call you. And if you keep saying we, I can't comprehend who we is.
then you can call me M.
Who call me M? No.
Who's that?
M is the fragment he's talking to you.
The fragment.
Who the fuck is a fragment?
Okay,
Now she's using the terms
here,
fragment.
yes,
Uh-huh.
either from childhood trauma or another significant event. Their brain can split into different parts and fragments. Each fragment holds a certain trauma, a certain part of their life.
Okay. I asked ChatGPT about this word fragment, and this is what it had to say. I said, now she's using the terms fragment. All right, let's slow this down with me for a second. Her using the word fragment doesn't automatically prove anything, and it doesn't automatically validate anything. In clinical psychology, DID is sometimes described as involving identity fragments, but here's the key. Fragments are typically dissociated self-states that may not be fully developed alters. Many people with trauma can describe parts of themselves metaphorically: inner child, protector, angry, part. Sorry, I thought that was 2 words. Let me read that over. Many people with trauma can describe themselves metaphorically: inner child, protector, angry, part, etc., without having DID. The language of parts and fragments is also common in therapies like internal family systems, IFS. So the word itself is not proof of authenticity of DID. Now, here's the part you need to think about carefully. You do not want to turn your public response into a diagnostic battle, which I'm not trying to. Just looking out for number one. But we'll continue on this.
Body and brain it switches, and you have no.
No.
Hold on. Literally wrote us. We do not care about your DID. So we haven't.
When did I say that? When did I say
When we call you, we need it home.
Yeah, when someone says we, I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, I don't play that.
It's not a game.
It's not a game.
It is a game.
It's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, but in this debate,
It's not a debate.
it is
It's
a
not a
debate.
game.
So here,
This is not a game. Somebody's mental health is not a game.
Then you
Well,
can call me M.
what?
Then call me M.
No.
I'm explaining to you how the disorder works.
I don't really know what that has to do with why you're.
I want everybody to recognize something. Throughout the entirety of knowing this woman, I called her reclaiming, I called her Michelle, I called her everything but these stupid pronouns she's trying to force me to say.
I'm here because a person from the MRA, as you were mentioning, my name,
Yeah.
and
And what if, here, I want everybody who don't know this, Alex, Mel, White Tiger, and anybody else watching. This has been a long-standing 3-day event where both Reclaiming and Cosmic
Said
It is not.
Joshua.
It is not.
Let's go. Let's bring me back to the screen. I want everybody to pay attention to what is going on. She's literally cutting me off when I've told them not to cut me off while I'm speaking. Yet you're going to find they get very upset when I cut them off. So it's either you don't want to be cut off and you're willing to do the same in return, or you're just going to keep being fake and cut people off. Not only that, but it's my life.
Don't call you what?
Call me M.
Okay. Something you guys need to understand on TikTok. Mel, the top right, her username is Mel. Alex, the second box down, his user ID is Alex. White Tiger, the third one down, his user ID is White Tiger. Fourth one down, username is Reclaiming. Fifth one down, her username is Cosmic. So if she wanted to be called a certain name, then shouldn't her user ID be M if she wants to be called M? That's just a thought. Because I call everybody by their user ID. Everybody.
Stop using that name.
Why?
So change your user ID.
You're using
Asking you.
fine for your victim mentality. This has been a long standing.
Because I'm an asshole. And I'm proud of it.
I have asked them both 3 days now. Tell me what it is that mentioned I did. Cosmic in a direct message says, you know what you did. Okay? So I have asked Cosmic. I have asked
I said you and I both.
let me finish. I want you to see I'm going to finish. But Jim,
There she goes again.
let me finish. Let me finish. I'm going to say it again. For 3 days now. Are you done?
As long as you don't put words in my mouth.
Did you let me finish?
Go ahead and finish my
I-
word.
Mel, come on now.
Yes.
They hate it in her debate. She blocks, allows her family to talk shit on me. I have not needed her once, but I have asked her repeatedly to allow me to finish, but she keeps interjecting. Who's wrong in this debate? Me or her?
This isn't a debate, really.
Who is wrong in this debate? Me or her?
He is wrong
Okay.
for interjecting.
So,
You could always tell you're finished if I'm
Right.
interested. You're
if you
finished.
don't, right, if you don't like what I'm saying, it's correct. Let me finish. I'm not muting you. I'm asking you to let me finish. Now, for 3 days now, both Jim and Cosby have reluctantly, intentionally avoided telling me what I have asked. Cosby came to me and said, you know what you did. And then I said, what did I do? She said, that's between me, you, and him. Okay? Now I asked him, no real answer. I asked her, no answer. But she keeps saying, you know what you did. But we can talk about it publicly. That's what she keeps saying. For 3 days now. Now I have
Okay, so I just had a brain, like a light bulb go off in my head. She's gonna mention that there's nowhere in any of the messages that she said You know what you did. And I looked, and I believe she deleted the messages, but I just had a brain, like a light go off in my brain. I think she said it during one of her lives or my lives. And I'm going to look during the course of this video, I'm going to look in past lives, the last couple days, past this one or before this one. And I believe for a fact that she said, you know what you did. She's in full denial that she said that. But if it ain't on my lives, she has a recording somewhere. But I know she said that. And we'll look into it. But let's finish.
With ChatGPT, and I said, what does it mean when someone is making a claim? I can't remember this word. Oh yeah, I remember. I have the screenshot. Let me see if I can pull it up.
You're showing to authority to AI.
Just be quiet.
Hold on. We had a private conversation.
No, I'm talking about between me and Tyson. I'm talking about between me and Tyson. Right now. Hold on.
In my boundary.
Hold on.
No.
She can't be quiet long enough for me to shut.
My boundary was I will not speak on somebody else's story without their permission. Is that wrong of me to say that?
Okay, let me respond to that. Okay, so let me go back to the. We go back to main. Okay, so I want to ask you all a simple question. Do you think had Cosmic not came to me and told me that there was a private conversation going on between her and M, as she calls herself, that I would ever said anything about it or even known about it? If it's a private conversation and they're telling me about said private conversation, I would have never known private conversation existed had Cosmic not informed me of said conversation. And I've been looking in our messages and I see hundreds of things that me and Cosmic had talked about deleted. It's not there anymore. She deleted it and she's in full denial. And I'm going to look in some of my past lives previous to this one that I'm showing you that she literally said, you know what you did, but I'm not going to tell you until I have permission from Reclaiming to tell you about it. That's fine. But why are you coming to me to tell me I did something and not willing to inform me or anybody of said thing that you're claiming I allegedly did? And neither one of them, until this live, were able to talk about it. And the only accusation they've come up with is that I abandoned her when she needed my help, which is a bunch of narcissistic lies and BS. That didn't happen the way they described it.
Okay.
But let's continue.
Hold on.
Hold on, man.
And now I don't know you. Hold on. No, I don't know you. Nice to meet you. Too. Is it wrong for two friends to have a private conversation and not make it public? The person that made it public was Bearden. So, is it wrong for two people to have a private conversation and want to keep that conversation private? I don't see anything wrong with that unless it's discussed with the other person and bring it up.
Okay.
That's,
Let me add some
only
context. Let me add some context that M doesn't know of and isn't adding to it. Reclaiming for 3 days.
Oh my God.
Reclaiming.
Change your username to M.
Change your
Dumb.
username then. Jesus.
Listen, ableist.
Ableist.
With the men
What
are
are
being
you
ableist.
What
You are
are
being
you
ableist. You are being
What's your
ableist. You
username?
said DID.
What is your
Why you say
username?
that? You have no evidence I ever said that.
Bro, you said it in the beginning.
I never
You
said it.
said first.
I said
You
I don't
sent us
care
a
about
thing.
that. I said I don't care about that.
Hold on. You sent us a thing today
Who's us?
that said,
Who's us?
hold on, ableist,
Not an ableist.
use us,
Who's
the
us?
system,
Who's the system?
the DID system. You
The
dumbass.
DID ain't a system.
This is how I know you don't pay
That's a disorder, not a system.
You're
Yeah,
so
I
dumb.
don't have to know, but I'm not talking about all mental health. Talk about men's mental health.
Yeah, men get DID. Men have
Yeah.
DID too.
Then I'm
No,
not going to speak on
I
something I'm
don't
not
care.
privy to. About.
Cool. So then you knew. You
What?
knew.
No, I didn't know.
We're not talking
Yes,
about
you
all.
did.
We're talking about her
You
disorder.
have it in a text message saying, I don't care about your DID.
Show it.
When
Show it.
do you want me to get you over?
Joe.
I'm trying to get him. I don't know where he's at.
Who's him?
My brother.
Oh,
You
you
don't
don't
need
need
to
your
involve other people in this debate.
You
and
made this
Carson-
live. You
Okay.
are you
Okay.
denying.
I'm gonna finish what I was saying when you guys rudely cut me off.
Okay,
Mel,
well, you the
White
one that said
Tiger,
you wanted
hold
this public,
on.
so we
Yes.
can invite people.
No, this is between us three. Now I'm gonna say
So
it
then make it
again.
a private phone call.
Why?
Or make it a live.
White Tiger, Mel, and Alex. I'm gonna say it what I was saying earlier. I want you guys to pay attention. She's not
No,
gonna
we don't
allow
need to
me to
involve
finish.
other people. You just said
Again,
that. Don't
you're not
involve other
allowing me
people.
to finish.
You
This
said
is-
don't involve other people, so
This
I'm
is
following
what
your
she
rules.
says in her
I'm
life.
following your rules.
Are my people
You
attached?
said don't involve other people.
Are my people
So we
attached?
should not be involved. These
Are
three should
my
not be up
people?
here.
Are my people
These
attached?
three should not be up
Oh
here.
my
Are
God.
my people attacking?
Are you getting other people involved?
Are
Yes or no?
my people attacking?
Are you getting other people involved? Yes or no? Right after telling me and reclaiming
Deflecting.
we can't invite,
Okay, I'm
that
gonna
we
ask
can't
you
invite
again.
people here.
Are my people
You
attacking?
just said we can't invite people here,
Are
correct?
my people attacking?
You just said we can't invite other people in here.
That's avoiding.
Actually, those words didn't come out of my mouth.
Are my
It only goes one way.
I said you don't need to involve other people other than the ones that are already here, because those my friends were there before they forced themselves into the live and wanted to be a part of it.
I asked Mel,
Mel,
hey, is it wrong?
allow me to finish. Allow me to finish.
Then let me invite who I want to
My
invite.
Cut me
God.
off again. Now
Then
let
I'm
me
going to
finish.
invite who I want to invite.
Allow me to finish respectfully. I'm gonna finish what you didn't tell Mel. Okay, Mel, what she did not tell you was that for 3 days straight, she wouldn't tell me what this alleged offense was. She says between her and him that they had a conversation about what I allegedly did. Both him and Cosmic refused to tell me privately and said, let's do it publicly. It was her idea. And I said, let's do it in a
Was a private conversation.
Oh my God.
I am talking.
Again, guys, if it was a private conversation, then ask yourself one very important question. If it was a private conversation that went on between her and Cosmic, how would I know that that went on between them two had Cosmic not told me? But Cosmic told me about it for 3 freaking days, over and over and over, about this private conversation they had. It was private until Cosmic made it my business. So yeah, she involved me in the private conversation that is no longer private.
I don't care. hold on.
Mel,
You
Whiteheimer, and Allen. Are they
Stop
respecting
involving
the
other
boundary?
people. Stop
No,
involving
because-
other people.
No, because you're involving two people.
Then follow your own rules.
Fine. M is here. That's my second person. You have two people. I'll have two people.
You wanted this conversation with me and Em, not
Yeah.
anybody else.
Allow me to finish. Because you
So,
asked Mel a
No, because
question.
you're not even giving the full
You
context.
asked Mel a question.
You're not giving the full, and Mel answered it just fine.
No, because you
You're
didn't
not
have the
giving.
context.
You said
Hold
that you
on.
wanted to go live.
Hey, M.
And I want everyone to focus. This is how Cosmic, the fifth box down, always runs her life. She'll ask a question. She'll cut you off mid-sentence. She'll give you a chance to speak. 2 to 3 words into it, she won't listen to a single thing you have to say. If you are contending or argumentative or opposing views, she won't let you speak. Her entire panel is block, 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 mute, mute, mute. That's all they do. They don't give a shit about anybody other's argument. They only care about their own. That's how she runs her life. That's why she feels so entitled to repeatedly cut me off. But I want you to notice that even though she has repeatedly disrespected me and disregarded my opportunity to say anything, that I haven't muted her once.
Yeah, Mel, Mel. How many times have I respectfully asked him to allow me to finish what I'm saying? And
I'm
they
not going
haven't
to
done.
allow
Oh
you
my
to
God.
finish when you're lying.
I'm not lying.
You are.
Hold on. Me
Mel?
and Cosmic.
Multiple times.
Me and Cosmic had a private
I'm
conversation.
talking about
It
the
was-
conversation between me and Cosmic.
I
In
not
that
know.
you.
conversation, in that
I
conversation, you wanted to bring public.
Mm.
Your idea was to go on a live because
Okay.
I said I'm not
Now I'm
speaking
going to
on
ask you.
complaining on
I
their
need
story.
you to allow me to finish
Pull up the
respectfully
whole
what I was
conversation.
saying.
I
I
want you to pull up the
I
DMs from the
need
beginning.
you to allow me to finish what I was saying.
No, pull up the DMs from the
I
beginning, and
need
then everybody
you
will
to
know what we're
allow
talking
me
about.
to finish what I was saying.
Pull up the DMs, Jürgen.
Mel, this is what she does in her life.
I'm telling you to
see
prove
where the
it.
problem is?
Prove it.
Do you see where the problem is, Mel?
Prove it. This isn't going to work on me. Prove
You
it.
prove
Pull up
it.
the DMs
Prove it.
from the very beginning. Pull them up,
Are
Jürgen.
you kidding
We're
me?
talking
We've been
about all these
talking
things.
for
Pull
months.
up the proof.
What
Pull
proof?
up your computer and pull up the first message about it. Come on.
I'm on my second phone because my computer doesn't show, and I'm
Okay,
literally
cool.
charging my phone.
We were able to read messages. It doesn't show the pictures. But you
Yeah.
were able to show us
But I'm
messages
charging
earlier.
my cell
So
phone.
in the
Oh,
messages,
I'm charging my cell phone. I'm not on
so
my
you don't want to
laptop.
show. So you don't want to
Listen.
show.
I have my
So-
second phone.
Okay, cool. So
Oh.
scroll to the top and see who asked you to make this live, and
Because
see how many
Cosmic,
times I told you no. I
Okay.
am not overstepping
I
somebody
am
else's
going
boundary.
to finish what I'm saying while I'm
That's what I
looking it
thought.
up. I'm pulling it up. Now shut up and let me finish. God damn. Mel, I want you
Hold
to
on.
pay attention.
That's the first time after the 50-something time that I was cut off, interrupted, interjected, disrespected, that you saw an emotional little frustration. But yeah, I'm doing my best to maintain discipline, but I don't do well with people intentionally being disrespectful. And I think that me being upset, I think I have a right to be upset after so much disrespect back to back to back.
That I have been calm this whole time. And I have been as respectful as I possibly can. The context that she is removing from the conversation that she asked you was that she literally said that I am not going to tell M's business without her permission. And I said, fine, then have her tell me. I asked her. She still wouldn't tell me. So I asked Cosmic. For 3 days now, this has been a long-standing conversation. Now, if they wanted it private, that's fine. But if she had the idea herself to make it public, where it was going to be me, her, and him, who's the one that wanted it public?
You.
I'm talking to Mel. I'm talking to Mel. I wasn't talking to you. But Mel, would you agree that I have been calm in comparison to how I've been in the past, that I have been calm this whole time, and I've asked repeatedly to allow me to finish? Yes or no?
Yes.
So, again, let's see. Also, yes, I was talking about incest, things like that. And the crash, we'll talk about that. I don't care. I don't care. Because we've been talking for months. I don't know where this began.
So basically, two people had a private
We're not
conversation.
talking about that right now, are we?
Yes, we are.
No.
That is exactly what
Right
we are
now, I'm
talking
looking
about.
up where me and her conversation started. Then we'll get
Listen.
into the private conversation.
No, it doesn't.
No, it has to go their way.
A private conversation.
But how would I have known about the private conversation had no one told me they had a
That
private
we make it
conversation?
public. That you knew what we were talking about.
No, I had no
We had
idea.
enough respect.
I would have had no idea if someone didn't tell me.
Learn that you guys are talking? No, because Cosmic informed me that you informed her of an alleged offense. She said, you know
No, I
what
didn't.
you did.
That's all I said. I didn't
What
accuse you
did
of
I
anything.
do?
Hold on, time out,
That's not.
time out,
That's
Not
not.
for me to
Then
tell.
what?
time out, time out. I want you to hear that part. She admitted to saying that that's what she
You,
did.
what was the
But-
alleged offense? And
This
it's
is
been
the thing.
3 days.
Listen.
You
3
are
days.
breaking.
No,
You are
no logic.
Wait,
breaking.
Stop
No,
involving
because-
other people.
No, because you're involving two people, and I have been as respectful as I've talked to you. But Mel, would you agree that I have been
This
calm?
thing don't allow you to rewind a certain amount of
Pushing.
time.
That we make it public. That you knew what we were talking about prior.
No,
We had
No.
enough.
how would I have known?
My attention. Do
We
you think I
had-
just magically learned that you guys are talking? No, because Cosmic informed me that
Here it
you
is.
informed her of an alleged offense. She said, you know
No, I
what
didn't.
you did.
That's all I said.
Okay, there it is. There it is. You know what you did, and her exact words following that is, "That's all I said. Is you know what you did." That right there is evidence that she said it with her own mouth. She admitted to saying it. The evidence is there. That is all we need. The court is in session and she has been found guilty of lying. She fully admitted to saying it. She said, what did she say? That is all I said. Kind of evident that she really did say it,
What
isn't
did
it?
I do? I've been asking you.
That's not. That's
That's
not
not-
for me to
Then
tell.
what
That's
did I
up
do?
to
You
M.
are here.
That is up to M to talk about.
What did I do? What was the
But-
alleged offense? And
This
it's
is
been
the thing.
3 days.
You
3
are
days.
breaking.
No,
You are
no logic.
breaking. Cosmic is technically our advocate.
So Cosmic is her advocate, okay? So if she's her advocate, then that's giving her permission to inform me of said offense that I allegedly did. That's the permission. If someone is your advocate is allowed to speak on your behalf.
Okay, you are breaking
Who's our?
advocacy
Who is
rights.
our? Who is
Ableist
our?
number 3.
We have dissociative
Who is
identity
we?
disorder.
Again, let's read what it has to say. It says, and I quote, Oh yeah, it's on the screen record. It says a person with DID doesn't own all alters at the same time, and they usually don't demand pronouns like us and we in a forceful way as a method of control. From what you're describing, it sounds more like boundary testing or manipulation, not textbook DID. Period. If someone is demanding you to refer to them as we or us, that is not consistent with typical DID patterns because most DID individuals don't consciously control all alters simultaneously. They don't usually present themselves in conversation as plural pronoun, being in charge. She is, and this is textbook performative based manipulation, because it says, and I quote again, if someone is forcefully trying to tell you to speak as if all identities are speaking at once, that's often performative or manipulative, not a clinical symptom.
Who is we?
Oh my
you're gonna-
God.
Let me dumb this down for you in MAGA.
I don't think you can.
Because MAGA didn't go to school. Okay, so here, let me make sure
I
that
went
you
to
know.
more school than you
Dissociative
did.
identity disorder. I went to college. Okay,
So did I.
Dissociative
So did I.
identity disorder, right? Is when
Argument
multiple
from
You
personalities
can't use argument from authority.
develop
An argument
in
from
one body.
authority doesn't make
Do you
you
want to
right.
know? Do you want your answer to who is
No,
me
I
from?
didn't ask you for what that is. Did I?
You asked for who is
I
me.
said
so
I
I'm
don't.
explaining it.
Yeah, but that's performative. That is
But
performative.
you are a mental health advocate,
For
which
men.
makes this.
For men.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Used to be a mental
Used to
health
be.
advocate,
Used to be.
and now I'm an advocate for everyone.
No, hold on.
And-
If she was an advocate for everyone, then she wouldn't be on a platform. Did I just rewind it?
I constantly.
No, I didn't. So she was an advocate for all mental health. Then she wouldn't be on the internet playing this manipulative, fake, performative, manipulative act as a DID, demanding symptoms of bullshit, demanding pronouns, demanding responses or demanding pronouns of something that is not consistent with DID disorder, and a person that stands up for mental health for all wouldn't be on a entire platform trying to make me look like a bad guy just because she got butthurt that me and her broke up because I didn't want to be with her anymore. Need I say more?
Trade on men and boys specifically. Anyone that follows my page knows that. And are you kidding me? For 2 years,
I'm
I have
reading.
done
I'm not talking to you. I'm
for 2
reading.
years, I have done more for the
I
MRA.
wasn't talking to you. I was.
Yeah, you're just not listening. to what-
You're
Yeah.
not hearing me.
Because I told you to wait.
Dissociative
While I looked it up.
identity disorder.
I
Also
don't
affects
care.
Then
So are
stop
you-
I
calling
don't care.
So are you going to turn away?
We and
from
us is performative. That's not textbook DID.
Because most men that talk to me don't come to me and say, "We took a shit today. We
It's a
walked
rare
our dog
disorder,
today."
dumbass.
Because
Nobody's gonna do that.
2% of the
Well,
population
2%.
has it. But
That's why I don't know nothing about it. 2%.
okay,
So
but
maybe
you
allow
do.
us to educate you.
Let me ask you a
But you-
question. Let me ask you a
She
question.
couldn't educate a fry.
That they
She
were,
couldn't educate a French fry into the fryer.
Or is it this
If
one? Which one do you want?
if someone came to you and said, "I am from the
Planet Libidor.
okay, and on Libidor, we eat fecal matter.
Fecal matter to survive.
What percentage of people do you think would know
That's
what
yours.
percentage of people
Comparing.
would know about it?
Hold on. We're comparing.
No, just answer my
legitimate
question.
See, they can't even let me finish the hypothetical scenario.
Again, answer my specific
Comparing.
question.
You are comparing a serious.
No, I'm asking.
I never compared anything. I gave a hypothetical.
I'm
You
asking you
are
a legit
comparing.
logical question.
You are
How would you
comparing.
feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning, Tim?
See, this is how you're being
How
ableist
would
right
you
here.
feel if
I want you to ask
breakfast?
ChatGPT what DID is.
How
Go
would
ahead.
you feel if you did eat breakfast this morning? Tim,
Ask that you are comparing.
I'm talking to him.
I don't
How
care.
would you feel?
I don't care.
if you
I
did
am
eat breakfast?
advocating. They asked me to be
How
here and
would
advocate for
you
them.
feel
I don't care who
if
you're
you did
talking
eat
to. You're not going to talk to them that way.
See-
You're a little bitch.
Wow. Okay. So that's textbook unintelligent response coming from Cosmic. Because we're having a logical debate and I gave a logical hypothetical. Let me run this down for you, okay? Because they're not going to answer. They never do. She brought up that DID is 1 to 2% of the U.S. population, okay? That involves both men and women. And I looked it up and the stats prove that. So it's such a low percentage of people in the United States that had DID, and that is probably why in 43 years up to this point, I had never heard of DID. They're going to lie to you and they're going to say they told me about it. They've never told me about it. She's making it all up. This is a new development. She often makes shit up. This is one of her many disorders that she made up. But my hypothetical scenario, which wasn't comparing her disorder, it was a logical hypothetical. I said, as a funny, ha-ha, if a alien from the planet Libidor, a planet I made up in my mind, said that on our planet, I have to survive on eating fecal matter to survive, okay? So they came down to the planet and they were the only Lipidorian that lived in society in a very small town that nobody really has much internet, much communication with the outside world. It's such a small town with low technology that he goes around and he tells his only couple of friends that he has to go eat fecal matter that he finds outside or in waste matter to survive. Okay? What percentage of the U.S. population is going to know that this Lipidorian from planet Lipidor has to survive eating fecal matter? Which is pretty comparative to the scenario we're in, which is she's bringing up DID and it's only 1 to 2% of the U.S. population, and not many people know about it. That's my point. It is a hypothetical testing her logic to realize that perhaps it is a serious disorder that affects a very tiny percentage of the population, but it doesn't mean that I'm a bad advocate because I don't know every disorder on God's green earth. That's dumb to make that claim.
Mel,
Yes.
Can you explain to me how the way she is acting is any way respectful?
Oh, I'm not being respectful, and I don't care.
Where am I being disrespectful?
Your ableism is disrespectful.
Where was I able?
To not compare a serious
not
mental
comparing.
health
I'm not
condition
I
comparing.
didn't compare.
hold
If somebody, no, because I asked you to, no,
on.
no,
I'm not
No.
going to let you
I'm not
compare a
doing anything.
serious mental health
I'm not
condition
comparing.
to some ridiculous
Again,
scenario
I'm going to
that
ask
has
you
nothing
again.
to do with this.
If somebody said they were from planet Lipitor and they eat fecal matter, what
You
percentage
are
of people?
comparing.
What
You
See, I can't even get the question.
know about that?
Let it go.
What
You are
percentage of
comparing.
people would know about that?
Dearden,
What
I'm
percentage
begging
of
you.
people would know about that?
I'm begging you.
I don't care what you're begging. I
Darren,
asked
you
you
are
a
comparing
logical
something.
question.
No, I'm not comparing.
It's called a question. A
No, like a
logical
question. Every time we
hypothetical.
try to answer, you
Do you
interrupt.
know what a hypothetical means?
But
Again,
you are
Do you
comparing.
know what a
Hold
hypothetical
on.
is? No.
Dearden,
I am so glad
I've
you got
asked
away
it
from
5
him, and
times.
I am so glad you got
Do
away
you know what a
will you
hypothetical is?
please just let
No.
me
No.
talk?
No,
You
because
are
you are
comparing.
Mel, moderate here, Mel. Tell
Yes.
me where
Weird, I
I
thought we
am
were
going
talking
wrong.
moderators.
Where am I
Weird.
going wrong, Mel?
You are comparing.
I'm
You're
talking
using a
to Mel.
hypothetical
I'm talking to Mel.
illness.
I don't
I
give
am
a fuck who
talking
you're
to
talking to,
Mel.
Darren. I don't give a fuck.
I am talking to
I don't
Mel.
give a fuck.
You
That's how she runs her life.
Mel.
She don't give a fuck about anybody's right to
say
speak.
something.
She comes into her own life, my life, and everybody's lives, and tells them what she's going to do, whether they like it or not.
Question is yes or
Yes.
no. So when they
Go
make
and
the
pick me.
claim,
Oh my God! Now she's calling my friend a pick-me who's simply moderating. She's simply moderating. She's not being a pick-me. She's literally moderating this whole argument.
ID or whatever it is, and they said
It's not a claim.
Oh my God!
Now, when they made the claim that 2% of society is DID, obviously I have never fucking heard of that. That is the same hypothetical as if
You
somebody
have
Oh my
heard
God!
of it. You literally
Email.
have
Jesus.
said, I
am
don't
talking
care about your DID.
Prove it.
You did multiple times.
Fine,
for
I'll say it
5
again.
minutes.
I'll say that again. In this live, I don't care about your DID. Right now,
Cool. So
this
you are
ain't about you. This ain't about you. It's about your false claims that you and Cosmic keep saying I did something with no evidence that I did something,
We
and you're not showing.
first, hold on.
Let me finish. No,
We heard you.
no.
We heard you
no.
the 80th time,
I'm
dear,
going
and
to
we're not
finish.
showing
We
you
I'm
proof.
going to
heard
finish.
you.
We heard you. We're not showing proof, and we're not doing this. And you've been badgering. You've been badgering
I'm not
Because-
badgering
for
anyone.
3 fucking days in my DMs.
No,
And I
Wrong.
told you
you
no.
and her keep claiming
I told
I
you no,
did
and
something
you've been
with no
badgering me for
evidence.
Wrong.
I told you no, and you've been trying to manipulate me into fucking.
No, I'm
Yes,
trying
you
to find
have.
I'm trying to find in this text where
How
you
many
know-
times did I tell you no? I'm
We
not
were trying to
not my
keep
place.
this private
if you
Dearden,
wanted to
out
keep
of
it private,
respect.
why didn't you
out of
tell me?
respect for you.
Let me ask
We
you a
kept
question.
everything
They had
private.
no respect for me. They're so full of shit.
Right now,
Yeah,
but we have chosen not to.
yeah.
What screenshot?
Yes. If you have a problem with somebody, why don't you go to that person?
Because I would rather go to my advocate.
Okay.
That is
Well,
my right as
So
a
why
survivor.
why
That
is
is my
she
right
coming to
as
me?
someone who has a mental
Right. Let's pause it. Let's pause it. So if you trusted your advocate, let's take M and Cosmic and everybody else out of it. Let's say to the viewer watching, if you're even watching, if there's anybody watching right now, I want you to know. If you went to a person that you claimed is your advocate and you wanted to keep this private, and your quote unquote advocate told the person that you didn't want to know you were having a private conversation about, told the person that you were having a private conversation about anyways. Is that a good advocate? And how would that person, i.e. me, know you had said conversation unless your piss poor advocate told me about your private conversation? They made it not private by informing me there was a private conversation. Period.
Who I speak to
You-
it privately
If
about.
you didn't want her,
Period.
or sorry, if let me rewrite what I was just saying, or reword it. If you didn't have the spine to come to me personally,
Ooh.
and you told her in private what I allegedly did, then what would be wrong with the person you're asking to advocate for you to tell me what it is you're claiming I allegedly did? And
Exactly.
I looked
Because
it
an
up today. I looked it up today.
Because an
Hold on,
advocate has
hold
a
on.
legal hold
Okay.
Oh
on.
my God.
Okay. This is why you're being muted right now.
Ooh,
I'm
there it
being
is.
respect-
This
no,
is what I knew you
no.
were gonna do. I knew you were gonna do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
am
I
asking
knew
you
you were
Okay.
gonna do
to
that.
let me
Nope,
speak.
I knew you were.
Now, I want you guys to notice that repeat after repeat after repeat after repeat after repeat after repeat after repeat of them not allowing me to finish one single sentence without them cutting me off. Yeah, we're about, I don't know, X amount of minutes into the repeated disrespect, the repeated disregard to respectful civil conversation. So yeah, that was the first time I muted, and all of a sudden, Cosmic wants to turn in. Oh my God, you silenced a victim. No, I didn't silence a victim. I silenced someone that was disrespecting me on my live, which I have a right to finish what I'm saying. I'm tired of being painted as a big bad wolf for simply trying to get a complete argument out. Mel has been my moderator for this live, and they know that. But they keep getting upset. But both of them interject me back to back to back to back. There is no civil conversation here. They're not allowing it. But yeah, I muted her so I could finish what I was saying. And listen to Cosmic. See, I knew you were going to mute a victim. Shut
We're
up.
gonna do that. That's why I said my mods
Mel,
would have
how many
powers.
times did I
This
ask
is
her
why
to
I
let
said
me
this
speak?
would happen in my live, because you're muting the person who is accusing you of something. First of all.
No.
Second,
Why
you are
did
taking
I
away
mute
the
her?
voice of a victim.
Unmute yourself.
You are
Unmute
taking
yourself.
you just said you muted
Unmute
her.
yourself, Em. Unmute
You just
yourself.
said you muted her.
I know. I did. But this is why I'm muting her.
But you
because
said
I
you weren't
told
gonna mute. Do you want your questions answered or not?
Mm.
Em, how many times did I ask them to
Stop
let me
asking your
finish?
pick me to save you. Why do you
How
need
many
other people to save
Pick
you?
me.
Yes.
Okay. When there's 2 on 1, what's
You
wrong with
wanted
2 on
this.
2?
You asked for it.
Okay, Em, unmute yourself.
You asked for it to be
Unmute
Oh
just
my
us
God,
three.
shut up.
Unmute
Cosmic.
yourself, Em.
I'm pretty sure she should stay out of it.
Unmute
She
yourself.
doesn't have access to the conversations we've had.
Okay.
You haven't given everybody the privy to that access to that fucking
I'm
information.
working on it. When I
No,
told
you're
you
not.
to let,
Oh my
when
God, I was looking for it.
you and M wanted to keep
Because you
talking.
can't multitask. That sounds like your brain cell ran down your mom's leg.
Oh,
That's a you problem,
okay.
not a me problem.
Okay, 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 okay. So let's say, for argument's sake, that my mental health condition is that I can't listen to people disrespect me and disregard my respect, and can't respect my boundary of allowing me to read, locate a conversation they want me to conversate, and isn't that disregarding? And let's just say, for hypothetical, that I can't multitask, and that's my alleged mental disorder. Okay, is she respecting my mental health condition because I can't multitask? That's interesting, coming from someone who's wanting to argue that I'm not, that I, that someone that wants to argue I'm making fun of M's condition. Isn't it funny that live in front of everyone, she's making fun of my, I'm not saying it is, but let's just say hypothetically, that my mental health condition is I can't multitask. Kind of suspicious that she wants to argue mental health, but she's doing that which she's arguing I'm doing. So she can make fun of somebody's condition of not being able to multitask, but I can't give people shit for talking shit about me and telling me they're talking shit about me, and adding in that it's pretty dumb that you think you could have a private conversation and think it's still private when you're both are telling me you're having a private conversation about me. It is no longer private when you make me privy to your private conversation. That's really dumb of you to think that it's now private, even though you have told me you're having a private conversation about me. Like, literally, use your brain. I would have never known said private conversation ever occurred had you not told me about it.
Respectful, Mel?
Did I say I was going to come with this respectfully? No, I didn't.
Okay, so you want respect, but you're not.
I don't want respect from you.
Interesting.
You're demanding.
I have never said I want respect from you.
You're demanding I be respectful in this debate.
No, I'm not.
But I think
Yes,
I have
you
been
have.
respectful.
I don't give a shit. I don't have to
Yeah,
respect
she
you.
don't
Right.
give a shit.
Right,
I don't.
right.
With our history, I don't have to
And you're
respect you.
proving that. You're
The
proving
only reason you even
Have I
decided to flip
disrespected
over
you
any
once
beef
in
with
this
me was
debate?
because my
Have
grandma
I
died.
disrespected
Oh my
you
God.
once
The
in
only
this
Get
reason
that off
you
your
decided
back.
to turn over a
I
leaf
made
was
an
because my
effort
grandma died.
multiple times
No,
before her grandma
no.
died.
Because you and me came to
She's wrong, because there have been many attempts, of course, of her being a crude, disrespectful, narcissistic person. Is I've made many efforts to have civil, logical debates, and all she has are personal insults and hits the mute button. Mute, 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 and won't let me say one single word, or maybe I'll get a few words out and she cuts me off.
an agreement that we're going to cut the shit.
That wasn't until my grandma died.
Yeah, but
Exactly. It took me having a death.
I'm pretty sure that White Tiger and Mel and Alex can witness to the fact that I have made multiple attempts before your grandma died to make things right between us. And what do you keep doing? You keep
I stepped the fuck away.
attacking, muting
Nope.
me, inviting me, and when I'm on your panel, you sit there and
Because
laugh.
you went racist.
Oh my
And you
God,
made
I've never
people
been
to tell me
racist.
you're not
I've never
racist.
been
That's
racist.
crazy.
Can
Let me
we
get more
ask,
white people.
can we ask you the question, why would you compare M's disorder to a planet and aliens and something out of this world?
Guys, she's referring to herself in third person. She, instead of saying, "Why would you compare my disorder to whatever?" she's saying, "Why would you compare M's disorder?" Guys, I need you to understand, it's all performative. All of this is performative. She's just using this for clickbait. She's using this for empathy support. She has, it's all performative. You know it. It's very evident. She's performing.
Girl crazy.
This is a stage
You
for
are
her.
a mental health
Yes, I am.
advocate, and you are mocking
No,
mental
didn't
health.
mock anything.
You
I-
are mocking
Not
M's
mocking.
mental.
That's an assertion.
Third
not
person.
I
And-
thought we weren't interrupting, Dearden.
That's an
You
assertion, not evidence.
are
You're
Stop
making it
interrupting,
up.
Dearden. Mel, isn't it
Mm.
disrespectful to interrupt?
you are mocking
Yes.
M's mental health.
Third person.
You have literally compared
There's
a
that
disorder
literal again.
that you knew she had.
No,
She.
You knew, and you are mocking it.
not
You
mocking.
are disregarding her work that
No.
she did in the MRA,
No.
and you are discarding her consent that she
No.
gave privately to an advocate, and you are trying to get private information out of
Time out. Again. How am I gonna know private conversation went on unless someone told me private conversation went on? It would have been private had your alleged advocate kept her mouth trap shut and didn't tell me about the alleged conversation that you allegedly had privately and wanted privately about you to be kept private, but it didn't stay private when your alleged advocate made it my business and wanted to argue that you know what you did, Joshua.
us. That doesn't concern you. I
Mm,
went to Cosmic
mm,
for advocacy
mhm.
and became their friend.
Became their friend. Right.
You
Is this going to end?
and us
Going
Hold
on and
on.
on.
Monologue.
and us
How about
keeping
let's
it
do one at a
private
time? How about we
was
do
to
one at a
protect
time? Let's do
was-
one at a time.
That's
One
what's
at a
happening.
time.
One person
No.
is talking at a time.
No, one claim at a
Argument.
time.
One claim
That's
at
what
a
I'm saying.
time.
Yeah, because you can't
You-
keep up.
Making
You-
fun of my
No.
mental
Even
condition.
10 claims.
M's
I'm
Maybe I can't do
mental
10
health.
claims at once.
No, I'm not. The
You
first
are.
claim where you said that I am comparing, I'm not comparing.
You are.
No.
You said
God, let
if
me
I
finish.
said I was from
I
Jupiter
Let
and
me
alien
finish.
and
I
fecal
listened
matter.
to you, now let me respond.
Didn't say Jupiter.
I'm
Great job
responding
not
You
listening.
interrupted the whole time. They didn't even get to finish.
No,
Because
she
she made 10
finished.
claims,
Because you
and I
won't let
don't
them finish.
remember 10. I don't
That
remember 10.
sounds like a you problem.
Right.
Right.
Making fun of my
That's why I
condition.
do one claim at a
Claim
time.
we're
Again,
making.
I'm going to respond. I
Wow.
did not mock anything. I tested your logic. When you made the claim that 2% of Americans have DID, that's probably the same reason I don't know DID the same way if some human being came down to planet Earth and said,
Or
I'm from
alien
planet
come down
Lipitor
there.
and I eat fecal matter. How many people are going to
You are
know?
comparing
Oh my God,
a
let me
serious
finish.
mental
Again, I didn't
disorder
finish.
to
I
an
didn't finish.
alien and
Still
I
haven't
fecal
didn't
finished.
matter.
finish.
And guess what else,
You have to
Dearden?
hear the full thing.
2% of men
Mel,
will experience
Mel,
false
did I
allegations,
finish?
but you know about
Did they
that.
cut me off in the middle of my hypothetical?
Your
Mel?
hypothetical is comparing apples
Did
to
they
oranges.
cut me off in the middle of my hypothetical? Mel.
Scenario, yes.
Okay. Now let me finish. M and Cosmic. I'm not comparing. It's called a hypothetical question. Wouldn't you agree that if some alien from Lipitor
Here it comes. She's going
landed
to
on planet
interject.
Earth and instilled himself into society, and he starts telling a whole bunch of people, I'm from planet Lipitor and I eat fecal matter to survive. What percentage of people in the world is going to know that people from Lipitor eat fecal matter to survive.
That is not real, and you're
Oh my
literally
God.
comparing
It's
a
called a
mental
hypothetical.
Mel, did I compare anything? Mel, did I compare?
No, you're using hypothetical.
Right. So how
So,
does that compare?
Mel,
Yes.
if I said to you,
So
That-
dumb.
I don't know, something happened in your life, and then I made up a completely ridiculous scenario
I would
that
answer your
is not
hypothetical.
real compared to your scenario that's real.
This is
that not
correlative.
fair?
If you gave me a correlative
Because it's
argument, I
basically
would have
saying
answered
that
your
my condition
hypothetical.
is the same as an alien
No.
eating fecal matter.
My hypothetical was saying that very few people are going to know that someone from Lipitor eat fecal matter to survive.
That's
The
not-
same
Oh my
way.
God,
let me
shut
finish.
up.
The
Oh my
same
God.
way.
This
the
isn't,
same way,
and I'm the one
again,
under crisis supervision.
Let me finish. The same way I've been on this planet for 43 years, and as of today, it's the first time I've ever heard DID.
Okay, maybe 3
It
days
is
ago.
not.
3 days ago, I
It
learned
is
that.
not.
I had to Google DID because I mostly remembered about either multiple personality disorders
Yes.
kind of bit. But
Yeah,
like I said,
exactly.
DID is a new thing for me. But as far as the kind of question that Dear didn't ask, one way that I would probably use instead of doing aliens kind of bit from a different space would be the that thing about how people usually want to be, oh, I identify as a helicopter, or I identify as a cat, and I want you to so-called treat me as one, but yet not everybody is going to be wanting to identify as a cat. Then
That
it's like
doesn't
saying,
happen
okay, that's a
either.
different situation than an
that's-
alien.
That
Alex,
doesn't happen either.
But
Yes,
it does.
There's kids
Hold on.
peeing. There were kids peeing in
Okay.
litter boxes and
we're not
helicopters.
going to get into that because it's not that. Alex,
Okay, I'm going
I-
to say it
hold
again.
on.
I did not compare the mental illness. I compared the amount of people that would know that someone
Thank
from
you.
Lipitor.
But you're using
Oh my God.
imaginary scenarios.
No, listen, it's a hypothetical. The same way at the age of 43, I never knew what DID was.
Cosmic, do you have the screenshot? Put it up.
Yeah, here, give me just a second.
Fine, 42, 43, whatever. Even if I have heard of it.
And Alex was correct. It was used to be called multiple personalities. It's
Right.
not that uncommon
But
that
I
people
did
don't
not
know
compare.
about DID.
I'm busy. I'm busy. You're gonna tear up my
Right.
core.
You see,
Not
It-
right
Mel,
you
did I
I
say-
love you, but
the disorder?
not right now.
Did I test the hypothetical?
Stay.
Because
But the
of the
hypothetical,
I'm live.
how can
Love
a
you.
hypothetical be something that is compared to something that is
Shake.
real and something
I'm
that is
not
imaginary?
comparing.
On the big
The
screen, and we'll
two.
show that you're
Two.
lying. Put it on the
I'm
big
not
screen.
comparing the disorder. I'm not
You
comparing.
wanted our
it.
evidence? There you go.
Just
Here's
be
some
quiet,
evidence
let
from
me
December
finish.
of 2025. December
will show
2025.
it.
You knew
I
about
will
DID.
show it. I will show it after I finish. I need you to understand, I did not compare the mental health to something that's not real. I compared the hypothetical that very few people probably have never heard of DID.
I can say I've
Same
never heard of
way.
it until today.
Right.
That's my point. God
And
damn.
before, I'm sorry, but before any of you knew what it was, you sat on this panel and made fun of it.
Oh
We
my
did
God.
this. Ha, ha, ha. We
Nobody
did this.
is making
Ha, ha, ha.
fun of
We
it.
did this.
Yes, you did. I did not
What?
make fun of it. Yes, you did, Mel. No, I
Yes,
did not.
No, she did
You
not.
all laughed
Yes, you did.
before
Where
you
did I
said
laugh?
no
Where did I
idea.
say no?
Okay, everybody is attacking Mel right now. That's the same shit they do.
I'm
on
not
Cosmic
attacking
Show.
Mel.
Yes,
I'm not
you
attacking
are.
Mel.
Please show me
Because
where
there's
I
no
said that
evidence
I
that you
didn't
laughed
agree with
at.
anybody just because I'm agreeing with him more
and he's
No, no,
putting
no.
it into context.
Mel, did
That's
he
not
not
what I'm
ask
saying.
you?
Look.
Here was what his first question was. We took a shit today. Who was
Okay,
laughing
that's
at that
gonna
joke?
be like a hypothetical, and I
No,
get
no, no, no,
I
no.
get where
Answer
you're
my
coming
question.
from, and I get
Answer
where he's
my
coming
question. Answer my question. Did you laugh at that joke? Yes or no?
Yeah.
from. No, I did not laugh
it
at
was
that.
Yes,
funny.
you did.
No, I did not.
You were unmuted and you chuckled.
I
did
did not
Alex,
chuckle.
so
I
did
probably
White
coughed.
Tiger.
I didn't chuckle.
That was making fun of the disorder.
Okay.
Yes.
I would never make fun of a disorder like that because I have kids that are on the spectrum.
Perhaps she thought it was funny. She did laugh, but she wasn't laughing because of the disorder. She did giggle. That's not laughing, that's giggling. She literally laughed because I said, "Hey, White Tiger, we took a shit today. We went to the restroom. We took my dog for a walk. We were born in 1982. I just wanted you to know that." They all giggled. Wasn't making fun of the disorder, it was making fun of the Sierra because no matter who you are, that is kind of funny because according to the DID and ChatGPT and multiple sources that I know that are in psychology agreed that a clinical DID doesn't own both both personalities. They don't own both. They don't recognize, they don't call each other as us and we. That's not how it works. It's all performative, and she keeps proving that.
Okay,
So don't come
let's-
at me.
I
When
want
you don't know what
everybody
I'm
that's not Cosmic and not Mel.
I
and
want you to
not,
put me on the big
I
screen.
want
because you're a
everybody.
liar.
Hold on.
You're a liar. Put me on
Hold
the big screen.
on. I told you I would show it.
Then do
We're
it.
We are finishing a conversation.
You can talk
started.
while people are reading.
No, I will do it when I'm not having this conversation.
People can
We
hear
are
you without
going to
seeing up your
finish.
My
nose.
God.
We are going to finish this conversation.
Yeah, you're gonna say the same thing
No,
72 times
we are
over and
going
over
to
again.
finish this conversation.
So
Now,
and you're gonna keep saying you never heard of
you are
DID,
going to
even though I have
finish this
proof right here that you
conversation.
did in December.
Okay, I told you I'm going to show it.
So
But
then do
before
it.
Oh my God,
Do
let
it.
me finish.
I want to finish the conversation we were
What is there to finish? You've said the same thing 12 times.
You haven't stopped cutting
Again,
me
how
off.
do you know if you won't let me speak?
Because you keep talking about a random planet and people eating
No,
shit.
you're not
Mel,
getting the
Do you
hypothetical.
see why I don't go to her lives?
I don't care if you go to my lives.
No, I'm not
I don't know
talking
why
to
you're
you.
trying to make it about
This
that. I
is
don't
how
care.
this is
No
how
one
she runs her
cares.
lives. This
Put
is
me
how
on
she
the
runs
big
her
screen.
life.
You
Mm.
wanted
I
to prove
am
She
not-
don't
allegations.
control
I
my
did what I
panel.
asked you to do.
She
I
thinks
told
she
you.
controls my
I
panel, but
told
she
you
don't.
I will show it.
So then show it.
I
You
will.
said for 3 days. We haven't told
Let
you.
me
So put me on the
finish.
big screen.
Let me finish.
Put me on the big screen.
This ain't your life. Stop. You're
So
not
then
gonna.
stop talking
You're not
about
gonna
how I'm
tell
not showing
me.
you allegations.
You're not gonna tell me what to do on
Then
mine.
your whole argument is invalid.
Oh
No,
my
it's
God.
not.
Then put up my
What
allegations.
is my argument? What is my
Put
argument?
up my allegations then.
What is my argument?
Straw
Your
man
last
my
two
ar-
videos
or
have
steel
been
man
making
my
argument.
allegations.
Go ahead,
What
Cosmic.
is my
Steel
argument?
man my
Put up the
argument.
allegations.
What is my
She's not going to
argument?
answer the question.
Why aren't you putting this on
What
the big screen?
is my argument?
There shouldn't be one.
What
Are you asking
is my
ChatGPT
argument?
what your argument is?
I'm talking to Cosmic. What is my argument?
You want to debate about semantics
No,
of DID.
no,
That's not my.
That is what you've been
That's not
wanting
my
to do.
argument.
that's not even
So-
close to my
The point is,
argument
you don't know what my argument is
because she's not
because you won't
listening.
let me say it.
This isn't a fucking debate, Dearden.
It is a debate.
I don't
This
have
is a
conversations.
Conversation. I have debate.
Clearly, you try to be in charge.
I'm not.
No,
Who's
a
in
debate
charge?
is not who's in charge.
Alex the White Tiger. Who's the one trying to be in charge in this debate?
This isn't a debate.
Hey, Mel, White Tiger, and
This
Alex.
is a jury. This is
Who
a
is
courthouse.
the one trying to be in control in this
This is a
debate?
courthouse.
This ain't no damn courthouse.
Who's the one trying?
I'm not
to
a
make
judge.
the
You're not an
me?
attorney, and neither am I.
I'll let Mel go first.
Okay, I'd say Cosmic because she's talking over you a lot.
They.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Of course.
Back to the
They.
pronoun bullshit.
So again, you keep making claims that I'm trying to run the live. I'm racist. I'm this. I'm that. I'm ableist. And nowhere is any of your claims validated by anybody but you.
Weird,
You
because I have
just-
proof of one of my claims, and
I
you won't put
told
it on the
you
big
I
screen.
will show it after I
You-
finish having the conversation that
You're
you
just never going to
started.
show it.
God.
No.
You already showed that you
Okay,
were
guys.
ableist by
I'm gonna concede that it's possible. We are sitting on March 1st, and that was like February 20th something. And even if they mentioned in December anything about this disorder, let's see, go. Does it say go home? Watch your live tapes. Come to music. Call what? Call your therapist. Don't throw you fucking do you in my face. Good night. Call a what? Call a crime live? A crisis live? What? I don't see how any of that is proof. Go home. Watch your live tapes. Listen to music. Why does that call look like it's blurred? Call something. Call your therapist. Yeah, I told her to call her therapist. Don't throw your fucking DD in my face. DD. Good night. Call a crisis line. Yeah, I don't see. And I promise you, this wasn't December of 2025. Because in December of 2025, I wasn't talking to Michelle in 2025. So they got their dates wrong, but
Hey, Mel. Mel, how many times have I said I would show it if she
So
let
then
me
do
finish
it. It's been
the
sitting here
conversation?
for 5 minutes.
How many
multiple times
did
after
I
you
say
said, let me
I'll-
finish.
Right.
Okay, go ahead and go on your tangent. I'll mute, and then
now she's
20 more
being a
minutes from now,
douchebag.
I'll go ahead and put it on the big screen, okay?
First, you're not going to talk to me like that, first of all. Do you want to do this, or do you want to be a child?
You wanted to do this.
Do you want to do this, or do you want to act like a child and throw
Who
it?
asked who to do a live about this?
Who asked you to let me finish?
Who asked who to do a live about
Who
this?
asked you to let me finish?
I told you I would. I will
She's
sit
not
down
gonna
and I
answer
will
the
mute you.
question.
Finish
Stop
your
throwing a
tangent for
temper
20 minutes.
Shut your
You
mouth.
do your tangent for 20 minutes, and then let me
Shut
know
your
when I
mouth.
can put this on the big screen.
There's
Let
no
me
tangent
know.
here. There's no
Let me know.
tangent here.
Let me know when I can put it on the big screen.
Two things
Let me
that are
know.
not going to happen. You're not going to act like a child. You're not going to disrespect me.
So
You're
do you
gonna
want me
be
to
civil.
argue or do you want me to be quiet? Which one do you want?
I want you to be civil and stop acting like a temper tantrum child.
Okay, so I'm going to be quiet like you want me to and mute until you are ready for this to go on the big screen.
Shut
Like I
your
just said
mouth.
12 times.
Well, I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and you keep acting like a child.
Okay, so do you want me to be quiet or do you want me to
I want
converse?
you to let me finish.
Okay, so I will do, like I said, 13 times
No,
now
I
that I will
don't.
mute.
I'm not using your stupid clock. Now, I'm going to finish, and I want you to listen.
Okay, so I'm going to mute.
You're talking. Okay, here's the conversation that we were
Wait
having.
for it.
You have made many claims with no evidence. First, you said I was racist. There's no proof of that. There's no evidence of that. Then you said I'm ableist. There's no evidence of that. And even if, when we look at this screenshot, when I'm ready, that it says, I don't care about your DID, I'm going to tell you, even if I did, it's probably in regards to when we're having a conversation about an accusation that was made. It doesn't fucking matter about your DID, what culture you're from, what color the sky is, whether I'm white or whatever. None of that fucking matters. When you came to me 3 days in a row and said, you know what you did with Reclaim. And I said, no, I really fucking don't. And then I went to Em and I said, what did I do? She won't tell me. You won't tell me. You want to bring in your DID, your Native American culture, your BIPOC, DIPOC, whatever it is. None of that has to do with the claim that nobody is willing to tell me. And the thing I learned when I had a nice conversation with ChatGPT is, what does it mean when someone is making an accusation, but they won't tell you what you did, when you did it, or how it made you feel? Then at that point, it is not an allegation. It's controlling the temperature of the conversation. It is a narrative they're trying to spill. Now, I don't have it exactly because it's on the phone that I'm on. But yeah, the conversation was very clear that there's no real allegation that's being made. And here's the thing. Let's say Cosmic is, in fact, M's advocate, as she claims to be. If she had already made the claim that she has Cosmic being an advocate, then if there's no claim to be made and you're not willing to say it, then you shouldn't be saying
Keep your fucking mouth shut.
I wish I could show. I wonder if
So two people can't talk privately and have
Oh my
private
God.
conversations.
How
no.
would I have known?
No, and I want to respond to that because I didn't get to say this earlier. How would I have known
Thank you.
that you accused me of something without her telling me that you accused me of something? How would I have known?
I didn't accuse all
Oh
of
my
them.
God.
They said,
Answer the
I
question.
don't know.
they said,
How would I have known there was a private conversation between you and her? How would I have known that? Unless
It's
you
they.
told me.
Use the right
Oh my
pronouns.
God. With
How
stupid
would I
fucking
have
pronouns.
known if you and her had had a conversation if she didn't tell me? How would I have known?
No answer.
It's okay for
How
them to say,
know that you had a
it's
private
okay
conversation
for
with
them
That's
her?
to
not
say
answering my
that they had a
question.
conversation with
Answer
me.
my
That's
question.
not answering my
Answer my
question.
It is
How would I
fine.
have known that
It's not
you
answering my
accused me of
question.
Oh
private?
my gosh.
No, I want a direct answer.
He's trying to pin this on me.
No.
Because apparently
How would I have known?
That you
And
accused me of something if she
I
didn't tell me?
How do you know that there's an
Mel.
accusation?
Because she told me.
All they said was,
You know what
they know
you
what
did.
you did.
What did
That
I
doesn't
do?
an accusation.
What
It could
did I
be
do?
Accusation.
hold on.
What did
It
I
could
do?
be- It could be that they know that I made you a Christmas card.
Mm.
You don't know.
What
it's none of
did
your
I
business.
do?
Then why make it my
If
business?
I were to tell Mel right now, Mel, you know what the fuck you did. Would you have any fucking clue what I was talking about?
Are you asking me that question?
Yeah, just out of the blue. If I came to you and I said, you know what the fuck you did.
No,
you have
I would ask for more context and ask me
Right.
what
There's
did I
no
do.
context, no clarity, no proof, no evidence, no time. The three things were never answered. And this is one thing I learned talking to ChatGPT, my mother, and many people about it because it's been
Weird, because
pissing me
that's
off.
not what I said.
The three
Oh my
things
God.
that were not brought up. I am talking to Mel.
I would just
The
like for you
three
to
things
say
that were
exactly
not,
what I
the
said.
three things that were not brought up.
Can you let
When
Ducky
it
in for a minute?
occurred, hold on. The three things did not occur is when it happened, what happened, and how it made them feel. That is the conversation I had with many people, and they all agree. If there is an accusation out there and no one is telling you what it is,
There
it's
isn't
not
though.
an accusation.
Okay, so
There
there's no
isn't an
accusation.
Then why did she say? Then why did she say? You know what
But you did.
Is that verbatim what I said?
Yes.
Let me see it.
Oh my God.
So that could be she knows that you
What?
drive a truck. That could mean she knows that I told her that I made you a Christmas card. It could be a numerous number of things. The point is, it was private. You
I wouldn't have
specifically
known
not
it was private if she made it my business.
That you know what you did. No, I really have no fucking clue what I did.
But it's none of your business.
Oh
What
my
I
God.
Why
talked to
did
my
she
head
make it my business? Normally, people who think that it's none of my business don't come to me out of the blue and say something so goddamn vague like, you know what the fuck you did. They don't do that.
Oh, I didn't drop Cosmic. She dropped her
What
damn
they
self.
normally do is they say, you know what? About 8 years ago, when we were eating pizza, I know you stole my pepperoni and I don't like it. That's what they do. They don't come to me and say something so vague like, you know what the fuck you did. Do they? Mel, do people do that to you? Do they come to you vaguely and say, you know what the fuck they did, and then say, well, I can't tell you. I'm not allowed to tell you.
Sometimes, not all the time, but I usually ask for context.
Right,
Like,
but
what
they
did I
normally,
do wrong? Or
they normally give you context.
And it
don't
didn't
they?
even say that he had done anything wrong. It just said that. So, and
Well,
then he keeps trying.
Hold on. Both Cosmic and M have now repeatedly admitted that they said, and I quote, you know what you did.
Into the private
Okay,
business.
who
And
brought
out
it
of
to my
respect,
attention?
hold on.
Who
Out
brought
of
it?
respect for you, which is dwindling by the moment, by the
Mm.
way.
I don't care.
I will
I will
eat
eat
a bowl of water with a fork before I
give a
care
fuck about your
your opinion of me.
Period. Your opinion means nothing. So that's not going to count in your regards.
So, if my opinion doesn't matter, then your opinion doesn't matter.
Did I
Have a good
claim that I had a bad opinion of you? No. Did you make a claim that you have a bad opinion of me?
Absolutely. I didn't drop them.
So I'm going to say it again, Mel. Did they involve me in their private conversation when Cosmic came to me and said,
You know what
what
you did.
and
yes,
when I
if
asked,
Cosmic wouldn't have reached out to you, then you would have never known.
right, and I asked, no, I don't. What are you talking about? Her claim was that her and M, so whatever, are having a conversation about an accusation that's being made. And I said, what
Okay.
did I do?
Well, I think that's enough of that. So you saw that. We can close this window and we can close that. Yeah. Now I'm going to make a response to all the claims that are being made about this disorder. Okay. Now this is my response. This is my public response to Cosmic and M reclaiming, saying that I am a bad advocate because of what went on between me and M. Okay? So, here's my public response. So, I'm going to say this clearly, and I'm only going to say it once. Years ago, I was briefly dating M, or reclaiming, as she puts it. During one of these visits, she experienced what she described as a PTSD episode. Before that moment, she told me if something like that happened, I should try one of 5 things, if not all 5. And one of those 5 things was that she said I should try to play music, and that should help get her out of it. I did just that, and it didn't work. I became extremely uncomfortable in that situation. It was not malicious. I was not mocking. I was not dismissive, but I was uncomfortable in that moment. When your nervous system is overwhelmed in a situation you don't understand and can't stabilize, that is called fight or flight. That's not anti-mental health, that's human biology. I asked to be taken back to my truck many times because in that moment I was not comfortable. The relationship ended, and I ended it. That was years ago. Let me repeat that. The relationship is over. It has been over for years. I publicly admitted I wasn't perfect. Oh, sorry. I couldn't read it. I publicly admitted I wasn't perfectly empathetic in that moment. I owned that. I didn't hide from it. I conceded that in that moment, I didn't act rational. What I didn't do is spend the next couple of years trying to tear her down. Now, fast forward to today. There are TikTok videos about me. There are accusations. There are attempts to contact people who follow me and turn them against me. They've contacted Mel. They've contacted Joy. They've contacted White Tiger. They've contacted Alex. They went out of their way to literally reach out to all of my supporters and try to turn them against me. Luckily, some of my true supporters aren't easily manipulated. But ask yourself something honestly, people. Let's let you decide. If I were doing this to her right now, as she is doing it to me, going after my friends, attacking me publicly, posting about I added some context to it. But anyways, if I were doing this to her right now, as she was doing to me, posting about her years later, contacting her supporters, sending relatives into the situation, what would the internet call me? They would call me obsessive. They would claim I was harassing her and unable to move on. But because I'm a man who left the relationship that made me deeply uncomfortable, I'm suddenly the villain. The relationship is over, and I left. I move forward. Why hasn't she moved forward? Why hasn't she moved on? Now let's talk about the diagnosis being used publicly. This dissociative identity disorder is a serious condition involving 1 to 2% of the U.S. population and involving identity fragmentation and memory disruption. If someone can recall events clearly, coordinate narratives for years, strategically contact followers, and consciously demand language compliance, is that consistent with dissociative loss of control? I think not. That's not cruelty. That's a logical question. Advocacy does not look like targeting one ex from years ago. Healing does not look like mobilizing social pressure. Growth does not look like fixation. I support mental health. I also support personal boundaries. Supporting mental health does not mean I must stay in situations that make me deeply uncomfortable. It does not mean I must tolerate defamation or slander. It does not mean I must accept threats. I admitted my flaw in that moment, in a live, very publicly. That's what you call true accountability. Not knowing the exact dates, not knowing exactly or remembering exactly when this relationship happened, not remembering everything, does not make me a bad men's mental health advocate. It doesn't even make me morally wrong for walking away from a situation I was uncomfortable in. And perhaps my mind shut it out because that's how uncomfortable the situation was for me. I didn't want to be there anymore, and I didn't want to be in that relationship because if something that small affected her that dramatically when I didn't do anything wrong, what would happen if we actually had an argument? How bad would she be if we actually had a bad argument? I didn't want to be there. That doesn't make me a bad person. Again, I admitted my flaw in that moment. That's called accountability. Continuing this narrative years later, that's something else. The relationship is over. It has been over. I'm not angry and I'm not hiding, but I will not allow my character to be rewritten by someone who hasn't moved on. I do stand for men's mental health, and I stand for the truth. The audience can decide the rest. Now, I'm going to clip that. That was good. Now, we're going to play some of the clips that her very angry, protective, douchebaggery brother wanted me to see in the moment because it's funny. I do have something I want to share from a friend of mine who does support me. So these are some of the things her brother keeps. That's her. And these are some of the things her brother's making.
In the Bible, the demons, they refer to themselves as we.
Bro, I'm pretty sure that we could fit what you know about demons and Judeo-Christian lore, paganism, wiccanism, a few other fucking things, would fit into like a Dr. Seuss book. It's crazy how a guy like you can keep somehow drawing followers to him and keep getting away with your harassment and your mocking mental health problems, right? And still call yourself a fucking advocate. That's fucking crazy. It's crazy how you can be a guy who likes to take advantage of vulnerable people, particularly women, particularly ones that are way fucking young.
And where's the evidence I've done
It's
that?
crazy how you can keep getting away
They
with
have
this.
no evidence.
Epstein's fucking internet. It's just fucking crazy, isn't it?
Show me evidence.
It's crazy how you can call yourself an advocate,
Yeah.
but you admitted last night in a live
That I
you're
don't
not
care.
everybody, right? Some gods.
That I don't
Um,
care about the DID.
That you left a vulnerable person.
No, I didn't leave her.
Health condition.
She gave me a ride back to my truck.
Fucking selves.
I didn't have to be there.
A situation that you're uncomfortable with. But to
Yeah.
completely
Hold on. Hold on.
a vulnerable
Guys, let me ask you a question. Is somebody required to stay in a scenario where they are deeply uncomfortable? Like, really? If it was a woman abandoning a man that's going through a mental health condition, does anybody gonna give him shit? Or they're gonna say, you know what, girl, you did what you did what was best for you. You go, girl. Okay? Well, I didn't abandon this woman. This woman got up off the couch after I said, take me home multiple times, and she drove me back to my truck, period. I don't live there. I'm not required to be there. She is not my owner. I have the right. I have bodily autonomy, as women like to say, and I don't have to be in a situation I don't want to be in, period.
person, the person that you knew needed your fucking help, to do nothing really to help them.
Nothing. Okay, nothing. Well, Reclaiming mentioned in multiple lives in front of Mel and everyone that I did put my phone to her ear and played music, as Reclaiming said that would help her. Okay, so nobody could claim I didn't do anything, but I tried 5 of the things that Reclaiming said these 5 things would help get me out of my PTSD disorder thing, whatever you call it, event, and none of it worked. So I wanted to get the fuck out of there. I wasn't comfortable, and from that moment forward, I ended the relationship. That's my God-given right to end a relationship I don't want to be in. Get over it. And Mr. Saturn's son thinks he's all cock of the walk. If you watch all of his videos, every single one of his videos is just talking shit on creators because he has no content to provide. He has nothing to provide. He's just a fucking tool that talks shit on content creators because he has no content to provide for himself. That all he has is, I'm going to talk shit on everyone because I'm Mr. I know everything.
That's great. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that since I see you're going to keep doing your thing, I'm going to keep doing my thing. Let me know when you want to stop.
Oh, I'm not stopping. By the way, in the comments, I said to him, I ain't stopping. Okay? So he made a video responding to me saying, he said, when you're going to, let's play that again.
Nothing really to help them. Anyway, just wanted to let you know that since I see you're going to keep doing your thing, I'm going to keep doing my thing.
Okay, so everybody has their quote unquote own thing. So yeah, I'm going to keep defending my honor and standing up against the lies thrown at me. So yes, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. So please show the screenshots. And you know what? They have yet to show any screenshots. But let's see. That's one of them. Then he comes up and he does this, and he thinks he's actually funny. Actual footage after he tortures your predator self. Okay, where's the evidence of me being a predator, you fucking tool? It's not funny. And dude thinks he's so fucking funny, but he has no evidence of anything. Then he goes on to do this.
Bro, exactly what the fuck are you accusing my sister of? You know, you probably
I didn't accuse her of anything.
right? I used to follow, and I told you a long time ago that if you play stupid fucking games, you're gonna win stupid fucking.
Bring it,
See, my sister
you
and I
fucking
talked a lot,
tool.
and I happened to have sat in on a live where you admitted that you hired someone to start
That never
my sister.
happened.
And here you
I didn't
are.
hire anybody.
Let me get this straight. You want to take
That dude can't. Okay, let's pause it. Okay, so Cosmic doesn't know, but I'm sure Reclaiming has showed the clip, and even Cosmic probably has the clip. But during this said debate, a dude came in hot, like I have a lot of haters that come in, but Reclaiming was talking shit on me pretty hardcore in this live. And this dude came in and goes, "Do you want me to track her down? Because I can do that. I'm an ex-cop." I said, "No, we don't need to do that. We don't need to track anybody down." And I just laughed a little. I said, "That's kind of funny, but no, we don't need to do that." So, you know that game when you tell a story and you whisper in people's ears and it goes around the table, and when you get back to the same person, the story is completely different. It's twisted and there's context missing and nobody knows. Like the story has been so fucked that it's not even the same fucking story. That's what's going on here. Reclaiming will tell you that I hired him, but what the video footage will actually show is that I said, "No, that's funny, but no, you don't need to do that. That's not okay. We don't dox people on the internet. That's wrong." And Reclaiming so butthurt and playing this game of trying to make me out to be a bad person because she literally can't take no for a no. I dumped her and she still hasn't stopped coming at me hardcore.
Oh yeah, I'm informed of exactly how this went down. You were told by my sister's friend that my sister and them had a private conversation that
Right. Right. He said it like I have been saying from the beginning, that I was told by Cosmic that Cosmic and M were having a private conversation about me. Had Cosmic kept her mouth shut and never told me about private conversation, Joshua L. Dearden would have never known about said private conversation. But nobody, not Cosmic, not M, not this douchebag, no one is recognizing that it no longer makes it private when you tell people about a private conversation. You have now made that private conversation no longer private.
concerns you, and you want to take that private conversation and you want to demand against their consent that that private.
Hold on, time out. Hold on, time out. If you tell someone about a conversation that was supposed to be kept private, you have removed the consent from the person that told you about the private conversation, who trusted you not to tell said person about the private conversation. It is now no longer private, you fucking tools.
The conversation where they may have been accusing you of something back and forth, right? which is not currently public, right? And you want to demand that investigation, that accusation, whatever they said, now be public. That's a little like going into the police station, having received no charges from said police station, going in there and talking to them and going, I demand to know what you accused me of. And the officer going, we don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You pitching a fit about it is rather like them.
No, that's not even close to correlative. In this situation, person A and person B had private conversation and trusted person A and person B to keep said conversation private. Person B tells person C, i.e. me, about said private conversation. Person B has now violated person A's trust by bringing said conversation to person C. I am not hired under the promise of said private conversation to keep it private. It is now my business to do what with I want. It has now been made my right, my freedom of speech, to speak of which I choose. That is my First Amendment right. There was a conversation about me. I was not hired. I was not pervy to the voucher of keeping said conversation private. It is not my business to keep said conversation private. When they made me aware I can do what I want and what I choose with said information, because I was not hired to keep that conversation private. And when you come to someone about an accusation who now M has admitted there is no said accusation, but we all know after this long drawn out video that the only thing everybody is so goddamn butthurt about is that I wanted to get the fuck out of her apartment, go to my truck and get the fuck out of there and never return. That's my God-given right to get the fuck out of a relationship that I'm not comfortable being in. This whole thing has been drawn out of proportion, and the logical entailment that everyone knows is going on is that she is so butthurt that I dumped her. She's involved her brother. She's involved Cosmic. I am blown, my mind is so fucking blown away that she just can't take no for a no. Get the fuck over it. Move on. Get a life. I didn't do anything abusive. I didn't do anything violent. I didn't do anything harmful. I literally just didn't perform empathetically in that situation where I was uncomfortable. Get over it. I'm not perfect, and it doesn't make me a bad advocate because I handled myself in an uncomfortable situation non-empathetically. Get the fuck over it.
Saying that and then screaming police brutality. Oh, but wait.
No, that's not
correlated.
correlative.
So if you want to come barrel tested like a plane at somebody, come on and come at me, motherfucker. Because I happen to know what you did to her.
What did I do? Please tell everyone. Of course. Because those that, hold on. Because the reason he's not saying it out loud and the reason he's not going to say it out loud is because there's nothing to tell. If there was something to be told, he would say it. He would make the accusation publicly. Because if there was ever a bad thing I did, she has my phone number. She knows the city and state I live in. It's been how long since said situation went down? I have never done anything harmful to anybody. But let's say for hypothetical purposes that she's saying I did what she says I did, or he says I did what I did. Why have I not heard of such bad thing through the police, through them, through public, through accusation, evidence? Because if I did such a bad thing, it would be made public. Cosmic would have no problem. She would enjoy making it public. She wouldn't keep it private. Obviously, Reclaiming wouldn't keep it private. Obviously, her brother, Saturn Sun 87, wouldn't keep it private. If there was such an accusation of anything ever being done, why are they so hesitant about telling everybody about it? What are they so afraid about sharing something that I allegedly did? You know why? Because there's nothing to tell. The only thing I did wrong is I got upset and I didn't handle myself empathetically in the moment she had her PTSD thing, and I demanded she take me back to my truck so I can get the fuck out of there. That is the only thing I ever did. And I admitted that in that moment, I wasn't empathetic, I wasn't nice and sweet and caring, and I didn't do everything right. I conceded that I didn't handle myself correctly. That is the only thing I've ever done wrong, ever, to that woman, period.
What you said to her, too. Do you want all that?
What did I say to her? What did I say? Do it. Do it. Do it.
Calling me upset.
Why is she?
You want to fuck?
Why is she still calling him? I haven't talked to Reclaiming in a very long time. Like, that's the thing that blows my mind. What in the fuck is she doing talking about me when I dumped her a long time ago? There is no relationship between me and Reclaiming. None. I haven't talked to her. Like, get the fuck over it.
Around. Oh,
Please show it.
What kind of fucked up shit did your daddy do? I really gotta know. I love that about your research. Because I've seen your research, bro. It was 5 minutes on ChatGPT. Calm down. It's all good, right? When you're facing a women, right? Especially women that are in a vulnerable state, right? And I happen to
Dude,
know you like
if you want to throw hands, give me a call. My number is public.
Kind of like how I also know that you've been doing all this fucking trash, right?
Do
From your mama's
it.
basement. So yeah, by all means, let's hold a live, shall we?
Sure. I keep waiting. Dude has no evidence. Now let's go on to the next video. Oh wait, not upload. It is activity, mentions. Oh, I think that's it actually, those four. Okay, so there you go. Alright, so I'm gonna end it here. But this dude is a fucking tool. And if he wants to throw hands, we can do it. But I keep waiting. You heard Reclaiming say there is no accusation, and he's making accusations. So obviously there's some accusation that they're keeping private, but I really want to know. And let me make myself the main screen. I really want to know, people. If there is such an accusation to be made, why are they so hesitant to present said evidence? It's been a week now since all this began. And I have no idea. I can't remember the last time that I ever saw Reclaiming. I don't remember the date. I don't remember what day it was. I don't remember what year it was. I don't remember anything of our of that day, but I know that the last time I saw her that day, I never wanted to see her again because she creeped me the fuck out. I didn't feel comfortable. I wanted to get out of there. And that's my right. If it was a woman telling you all that she was creeped out in a situation she was in with a guy who was having a mental breakdown, and she said, I just wanted to get the fuck out of there, they would say, you go, girl. You were doing what was best for you. You go, girl. There wouldn't be anybody on the planet saying, you're a fucking horrible woman because you left him in a vulnerable state, and that makes you an awful woman. How fucking dare you leave him in his vulnerable state? You are a horrible person. No, they're not doing that. That's my point. Is grow the fuck up and stop acting like I'm a bad person because I made the bodily autonomy, as women claim, the personal choice, the boundary to step out of that relationship. Stay away from someone that is that toxic and flips up and has PTSD disorder flip outs and meltdowns over something so petty when I don't even remember what it was, but it wasn't an argument. It wasn't anything. She turned into a fucking turtle shell. And I didn't want to be there. It made me so fucking uncomfortable. And that is my God-given right. I don't have to fucking be in that relationship. It was very uncomfortable. I don't have to do it. Get over yourself, Reclaiming. Move on with your life. I damn sure have. Why are you on my TikTok? You and your brother and Cosmic coming at me hardcore as if I ever actually did anything to you. I didn't do a motherfucking thing to you. I fucking was uncomfortable and I saw my way out of the relationship. That's my God-given right. Who are you to tell me I can't leave a relationship I'm not comfortable in? You can't force me to be in a relationship I'm not comfortable being in. Period. Grow up. Move on with your life. Do your own thing. Keep me out of it. Keep my fucking name out of it. Otherwise, actually show evidence of any bad thing I ever did to you, because you have none. And if you did, you wouldn't be keeping it under wraps as if it's the FBI classifying information. No, what you're doing is you're pushing a narrative that I'm a bad person when I'm really not. You have no evidence of me ever doing anything bad to you or anybody. The only thing that's going on here is your fucking butt hurt that I dumped your ass. And that is the narrative that everyone sees on my side of the table, that you're so pathetic. You can't stop demonizing me because I broke up with you. I thought that I knew who you were at that time. I thought that when you were a men's mental health advocate, that you told me and everyone that you were fighting for, that you agreed that false accusations can destroy a man's life and his image. And you agreed that doing that is not human. It's not humanitarian. And you believed and you informed me and everyone that believed in you that you would never do that to anybody. But that's exactly what you're doing now. You're pushing a false narrative. You're trying to make me look bad when I haven't done anything to deserve this harassment that you're inciting, where you're involving your brother, Cosmic, and all these MRAs who you claim are MRAs with no evidence. You're presenting no facts. You're doing nothing but pushing a false narrative to try to make me look bad when I'm not. So grow the fuck up. Either show evidence of your claims, because all you're doing is you're making yourself look really, really, really horrible. That is all you're proving right now, is that you only give a damn about pushing a narrative that's not true. And whether or not you believe in what you used to believe, you are proving yourself right now, reclaiming that you were never a men's mental health advocate. You were only fitting in. And if you were actually an MRA, a men's mental health advocate, you wouldn't be trying to defame my character or use what's the word? Defamation and slander. You wouldn't be trying to push a slander on my name. You're slandering my name. You're slandering my character. You're defaming my character with zero evidence. Just because I broke up with you when you were going through a mental health little scenario that I was so fucking uncomfortable in, get over it. I don't have to stay in a relationship that I was not comfortable in. There was a lot of reasons why I didn't want to be with you. That wasn't the only one. I mean, you had this attitude like you can burst out into anger, and I'm supposed to sit there and be your verbal punching bag. But I don't put up with that shit from anybody. I don't give a damn if you're man, woman, or child. I don't stay in those situations. You're either going to respect me or not. But I am entitled to boundaries that I set in my relationships. You are entitled to boundaries that you set in your relationships. And the boundary that I set was, I'm not going to put up with this bullshit. I am not a bad person because I set a boundary of not wanting to be in something like that. Get over yourself. And with that, I will end this live. I think that I'm going to allow the followers to decide for themselves. I'm sorry, this is a 2-hour and 38-minute live, but you can see for yourself that the evidence speaks for itself, that she is pushing a narrative that she should not be pushing. And her family and her friends are all coming at me just because I dumped her. Like, get over yourself. It's over. Move on with your life. That doesn't make me a bad person. Get over your own, like, get out of your fucking head. And DID, as she claims to be, it's all performative. She's making it up. It literally says, those, here, I'm going to read it one more time. In fact, I'll show it to you. This is fucking stupid. It says right there. Well, maybe you can't read it, but I'll show you. It says, if someone is demanding you to refer to them as we or us, that's not consistent with typical DID patterns, because most DID individuals don't consciously control all alters simultaneously. That's not consistent with typical DID patterns, because most DID individuals don't consciously control all alters at the same time. End of discussion.